And we hit the plate. Okay, YouTubers, what we got here is we got an Anderson Arms AR. This is just cobbled together with stuff out to shoot wise to shop. Got some magpul flip ups on here. Got a sight mark reflex sight on it. Nothing special about this. Palmetto State parts, Anderson arm parts, and some trigger parts out the shop. Just a stock bare bone AR. We got a combination of some ammo out here. Got some of this federal premium law enforcement ammo. This is some real fancy ammo donated by our friend Jason. Thank you, Jason. This is some Fort Scott munitions. This is the stuff. This is a CNC machined solid copper projectile, moving blazing fast. A little later on today we'll put it over the chronograph and find out just how fast. Everything we're shooting today is 62 grain. I only have one round of a Gila, but it is 62 grain, and we got some military green tip ammunition. We're going to be shooting at a steel plate down there at 25 yards. Already put one hole in it with the green tip ammunition. We're going to find out what all goes through it. There's a cinder block behind it, and maybe we'll get some penetration results from that if we can hit that plate low enough to hit the cinder block too. Okay, so I'm going to put on my ears. We're going to take this Aguila 62 grain round. We're going to try and hit that steel plate down there at 25 yards, and let's see if it puts a hole in it. And we hit the plate. Let's go down range and see what happens. Weapons on safe, bolts locked to the rear, magazine out, the range is clear. Well, just looking at it, we can see we now have two holes in this plate. It looks like pretty much anything out of that AR is going to penetrate this piece of A500 at 25 yards. It's 3/8 of an inch thick. This came from a buddy of mine who works in the shipyards. And this was some kind of an opening in a boat. Why they were using this strong steel, I don't know, but it's peeling a hole right through there. We can see, but we didn't manage to hit that block. I'll tell you what, we're going to stand this block upright, and hopefully we'll get some results against that block right there. This time we're going to try this fancy federal premium law enforcement ammunition, tactical bonded. Let's see how it goes. I'm pretty sure it's going to put a hole in the plate, but we stood the block up this time, so we ought to see something on that block. We are hot and ready to go. Ooh, did we hit the plate? I might not be that great of a shot. Yeah, I didn't miss. I caught it on the left side of the plate, and let's see what happens. It sure did damage that plate. Did it go through? And no, it did not. So the federal ammunition did not go through this piece of steel plate, 3/8 of an inch thick at 25 yards, but it put one heck of a divot in it. Okay, YouTubers, up next is this Fort Scott ammunition. I want y'all to get a close look at this. This is CNC machined solid copper projectile. Have we got it in focus there, cameraman? Cameraman says we're good to go. So we're going to try this at 25 yards. I'm pretty darn sure this 62 grain pill is going to drill right through that plate and probably bust that block up if I can hit it. Got one round loaded in this 10 round magazine, whatever it is, short magazine for the bench. Range is hot, everybody's got ears. And let's go see what we did. Did I hit it? I think I hit the aluminum bracket that holds it up. Well, it's just what I thought. I managed to hit that aluminum bracket that we got holding it up. I just kind of skimmed it. It punched a hole right through that bracket. Kind of a neat hole. Wow, that's impressive. Skimmed off the plate, and Lord knows where that thing went. So let's try that again with that Fort Scott ammunition. Okay, we got one more round of that Fort Scott ammunition. This is some pretty pricey ammunition. I hate to drill holes in my steel plate with it. We're going to go down from the bench again. I'm going to aim a little more towards the right this time. Maybe towards the right side of that plate. Oh yeah, we hit it solid that time. Rifle's on safe, bolts locked to the rear, magazine out, range is cold. Well, now we got 4 holes in this plate and that block's busted up a little bit more. Oh, wait a minute. This round did not go through the plate. You can see the copper inside of here. You can see the base of the bullet in that hole right there. That copper is swaged into that hole right there. And it did not go through the plate. Okay folks, we're going to take one more round of this Fort Scott ammunition. We're going to try it at that piece of bare cinder block down there. And we're just going to see what happens. Range is hot, eyes and ears. And like a wimp at 25 yards, I'm going to shoot from the bench. Oh, yeah, that carves up some block. Well, folks, if you're behind a block wall, you can call that concealment, but I don't think you can call that cover. That block wall is pretty well penetrated by that Fort Scott ammunition. It kind of went right through there and really did some good damage to it. Okay, folks, I'm going to get me a little bit of go juice here. I just got through setting up the chronograph. What we're going to do is we're going to run 3 rounds of this Federal premium law enforcement bonded tactical ammunition. I'm sure it'll probably shoot your deer, clean your deer, everything for you. Then we're going to shoot 3 rounds of this Fort Scott ammunition through my chronograph. There's no way am I making any claims that this chronograph is entirely accurate, but it should be a good comparison. It's a pretty good chrony, but no way is it calibrated. Up first is this Federal tactical ammunition. Eyes and ears, the rifle's hot. And 2472. 2488, 2485. So that puts us right about 2480 for an average, 2482, something like that. Fort Scott ammunition. We're just going to continue this string. It's only 3 rounds. We don't need to do a whole lot of math. And I'm predicting this is going to travel a mighty bit faster. 2869, 2852, and 2847. So there you have it, folks. That about wraps up what we got with this Fort Scott ammunition. Have a great day.